Hi there everyone and welcome back to Chill and Trade TV. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Appreciate you for finding us here. And if you're back here again, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. I hope you keep on finding values in these videos. So if you want to trade with a regulated FSCA broker, just click on the link in the description down below. I've made it very easy for you guys. It will take you directly to the broker site and you can just register and open account there. And also if you want to know or check how your broker is FSCA regulated, there is a video in the channel, so you can go ahead and take a look at that. So without further ado, let's get into this week's video, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be taking a look at Nasdaq and Cadchf. And if you guys followed the last video I did on Cadchf, we were anticipating this sell, and I hope you guys got this sell just like I did. I hope you guys got this sell like I did. So right now, we're just going to look for a bit more and see what the market has in store for us, because remember I did say once price gets here we'll just wait and see what is gonna happen. So I just want us to touch on that today. So let me just remove this. Actually, we don't need this for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you get notified automatically every time I drop a video, so you can stay up to date. You can stay up to date. So just wanna remove everything so that we get a nice clean chart as usual. For those of you who know that I like analyzing on a nice clean chart. I don't like too many complicated things. I mean, if that's your way of trading, then that's fine. But for me personally, I like a nice simple chart. It's easier for me to read. Remember, we all need to do what is most easy and comfortable for us. Trading shouldn't be too much or a headache when you look at this market. So, price bounced from this low after reaching our targets, and as you can see, it's moving a bit correctively. It's moving a bit correctively. So this indicates to me that um it might, let me just move this, let me extend this a bit like there. So we have a nice zone there. This is a strong zone. This is a strong zone because as you see, price failed to break this zone a couple of times and then eventually broke, but then went back to retest on that zone, which gave us confirmation to push price further to the downside. So right now, what I'm anticipating is that since we do still have this zone, price is moving kind of correctively or choppy here. Um, I do probably anticipate it might go back to this zone. And then at this zone, so there's also confluence here. There's a diagonal resistance and horizontal resistance or zone. And then from here, if you get reversal candlesticks, you can look for sells again to push price to the downside. And your first target will be the previous low, and hopefully if price does go up in a corrective manner, maybe it might give us a pattern of some sort. It might give us something like this. Might give us a pattern. Might give us a nice ascending pattern. And then we'll see what we do from there. Might give us something like this. Might give us a pattern. See, this is a sort of like a wedge. So if price gives us, so this is probably the first scenario, first setup. This is what we can anticipate. But actually, price doesn't have to move correctively, guys. Price doesn't have to move correctively. I mean, I just wanna zoom in as well. I wanna zoom in. Let me see if we have a nice pattern. Because it is making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so if you wanna take this, actually, I'll also take this. If price gives me something like this, guys, if price gives me something like this, I will definitely take this short-term buy. I will definitely take this short-term buy, and then at the highs, I'll look for reversal candlesticks because of this sensitive area here. Because of this sensitive area here. So that's probably the first, so well, the second scenario as well. Should have been the first, but okay, you guys get the idea. I'll look for short-term buys only if price gives me a nice continuation pattern. I'll take the short-term buy, and once price gets it, I'll look for those sells to the downside. So far we have two scenarios that might play out, two probabilities that might play out. So now let me just show you the last one. Let me just show you the last one. Remember what I usually say, I take screenshots of my setups, and then whatever setup the market decides to follow, that's the one I am going to take. That's the one I'm going to take. So far I'm gonna take three screenshots. Okay, the last one is that um I do also quite see a pattern here. I do also see a pattern here join those highs, those lows. I do also see a nice pattern here. So as you can see, price has still gonna push further to the downside. Still gonna push further to the downside. So what I'll do is I'll wait for a strong aggressive candle to push and break the pattern. I probably won't take the sell as yet. I'm gonna wait for price to break even further the previous zone, and once it does that, I'll wait for a continuation pattern. I just want to see strong momentum. Remember, this is mostly about confirmations, guys. If you don't get your confirmations, what are you still doing? What are you still doing if you don't get your confirmations? You must wait for your confirmations. So I'm probably gonna wait for price to break this pattern and this previous low aggressively, and then once that happens, I'll wait for a continuation pattern to confirm that okay, we are still gonna carry on to the downside. There's still sellers in the market who still wanna push price down or continue to take price down. Then I get a pattern, enter at the breakout, enter at the breakout. And probably my take profit will be the 90% rule. That is why I say I'm gonna wait for this strong aggressive push to the downside so that price can give me the 90% rule. uh, okay, this won't work because these are not candlesticks, um, but I think you guys get the idea. So we are looking for sales. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame. We are looking for sales with this pattern, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking for sales in price to push to the downside. So that's it for Cadchf. I hope you guys saw those three scenarios, or those three probabilities, and took screenshots and wait for anyone to play out and then enter accordingly. And I always say you might have different trading strategies, but as long as we get the same direction correctly, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So now let's go to Nasdaq, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Nasdaq. Remember, initially Nasdaq we were looking for buys. So that took time and that didn't play out as anticipated. But as you can see, price is pushing aggressively to the downside. Price is pushing aggressively to the downside. And I've just been highlighting the patterns just to give me more clarity or confirmation that okay, this trend is this trend to the downside is actually playing out. So now I can wait for the next setup to execute. Let me go to the daily time frame and see exactly what is happening with Nasdaq. We're still waiting for this pushes all the way until the upside. So right now, what I do see is that we do have a pattern already playing out. Or you could just highlight the zones, eh? Just highlight the zones. Let me see. From this low, we have that zone, and I could carry on having another zone here. You might ask why not at this candlestick, because this is just a rejection, so it doesn't really count as a zone there or there. And but I think once we go down to the lower time frames, I'm gonna remove these and I'll explain why. I'll explain why. I'll explain why, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click on that notification bell. Let's grow this channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I do see a pattern. Let me just join those highs there. And this pattern probably played out already, unless I do that. Okay, no, let me not do that. Let me rather focus on this, because the pattern I see, I'm gonna explain it. Now this looks something familiar. It looks like a wedge, a rising pattern. So let me go down to the 4-hour time frame and just adjust here and there. And just adjust here and there. Okay, there we go. This is a pattern that we are mostly familiar with. So let me remove this one because we want to catch this drop to the downside. See why? Now I'm saying we are removing them. Don't want to overcomplicate the things. We do not want to overcomplicate the things. And actually this can go back here because it's the start of this pattern. We want to trade or take our profits at the start of this pattern. Usually that's what happens with this kind of patterns. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see. Personally, for me, I don't like it when price cuts candles, so I'm just going to do this like that. But we do get the overall idea. And this actually gave us a double top. The first top there, the second top there, and then with that neckline, the neckline should be there. The neckline for this double top should be there. So if you manage to see this, I hope you got the retest and you are currently holding your cells. You are currently holding the cells and your target should be at this low. But if you didn't, like me, that's okay. There's still more than enough trading opportunity, because as I was looking at this pair, I was just paying attention to it and waiting to see these confirmations. If you notice, guys, I just talk about confirmations. You have to wait for the price to give you confirmations. I saw price go down and give us this nice pattern. I could have entered, but I was like, let me wait a bit because this might be something different, and then price reverses or continues to the upside. I'm like, let me wait for another one. I got this one and I got this one too. Now I'm fully confident that you know what, the next one we get, the next one we get, we are definitely going to push to the downside. We are definitely going to push to the downside because remember the market repeats itself. And as you can see, this is the pattern the market is giving us. So the market is giving us the flow and the patterns. So it's basically giving us patterns of patterns, you know, basically the behavior. It's showing us that, okay, this is what's going to happen next. This is what's going to happen next. If you see this, do this. If you see that, do that. So just wait. You wait for the market to tell you, guys. You don't have to overthink or think too much about trading, guys. You don't have to complicate these things because people want to overcomplicate this thing. And I understand when you're a beginner because I was also trying to do the same, like overcomplicate things or see things that are not here. It happens, it's part of the journey. But the more you get into this and you understand, the more you notice that, you know what, let me just be patient and wait. Let me be patient and wait. Sometimes you might wait for 2 months, sometimes 3 months, but it's all part of it, guys. That's why we need to have patience in this thing. So that's why I'm not really a fan of online or social media traders because at the end of the day they are selling a brand, guys. Remember, those guys are brands now. They are not. If they documented what they were going through before all of this happened, then it would make sense. But they're only documenting the aftermath. So yes, don't get too fooled or sucked into that. Those guys are celebrities now. Anyway, let me not derail and let's get back to what we came here for. So like I said, as you can see, price has been giving us these patterns showing us that okay, this is what I am doing. So if you see another one of these, you are definitely going to get a push to the downside. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We do have another one, another pattern. And as you can see, price gave us, let me just do that. Price gave us a push down, gave us the first pattern. Okay, we're like, okay, let's wait for the next one to fully confirm if this is really gonna push down. Price pushed down, gave us another pattern, and now we are definitely sure. We are definitely sure or can confirm rather that the next one we might get, hopefully we are gonna look for the cells. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Here is the pattern. Here is the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the pattern. Here is that pattern. It might go a bit higher, but not too much. You just need to wait for the market to open and then adjust accordingly. So as you can see, we do have another nice pattern anticipating that we are anticipating. So let me just get rid of this. Mm, so like I said, we are looking for the cells. We are looking for the cells. So what's gonna happen is that ideally gonna wait for the breakout and you can enter the breakout. But if you do miss the breakout, you can wait for price to give you another pattern. Let me just remove this. We're gonna enter the breakout, and if you do miss the breakout, that's fine. Just wait for another pattern, and then you can also capitalize from there. And our target is the low. Our target is the low. Our target is the low, ladies and gentlemen, which is the start of the pattern. So I am definitely going to scale in on this one. I'm gonna enter at the break, and price might also break out. Price might also break out and then go retest, and then you can have that it will push to the downside. What's wrong with this now? As I said, price might break out and then retest and then push again to the downside. Push again to the downside. So however it plays out, ladies and gentlemen, look for the sells. Look for the sells. And if you get more and more entries to the downside, scale in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be shy. Do not be shy, because the market is basically giving you what you have been waiting for. So why not take full advantage of that? But also remember using proper risk management. Just because your setup is there and it's showing a potential, don't risk your whole account. Don't risk your whole account, because what might happen is you might risk your whole account, and then price maybe just turns or retest back just a little bit, and then you should know that that small move might just blow your whole account, and then price continues in your anticipated direction. So that hurts. That really hurts. Trust me, I've been through that. That really hurts. So it's best just to use proper risk management, and at the same time managing your account. Managing your account and catering for those setbacks or pullbacks. Yeah, the right word is a pullback, because sometimes a pullback might happen and then it blows you your account and then continues in your direction. So just be careful. That's why I say have proper risk management. Proper risk management. So yes, guys, this will be our targets, and then from there we'll just wait and see what the market does. My stop loss will slightly be above. My stop loss will slightly be above, right there, somewhere there. Not too much and not too close. Not too close. And then that is what I am anticipating for Nasdaq this coming week. So I hope you guys got value from these videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And until the next video, have yourselves a profitable trading week. This is Chill and Trade TV.